Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, farmers urged to report incidents of predial larceny. Farmers who are victims of predial larceny are being urged to promptly report the incidents to the police. Superintendent Oral Pasco, head of the Predial Larceny Prevention Coordination Unit, says that the report should be detailed as this helps the police in devising strategies to adequately respond to the cases. Superintendent Pasco has pledged that the reports will be acted on.
One of the issues of the predial larceny is that there is no, and other crimes, there is a tendency to not report the crimes or report the crimes late. And when they don't report the crimes, it appears as if there is not an issue. And that is a challenge for us, because when we get the data, we accumulate the data with all the details and the reports. What we can do, we can create maps and look at patterns and trends and which days are likely, which are the plans and so forth. And it helps us to be proactive in deploying our resources to protect, to mitigate against some of these issues that we're looking at. Starting shortly, by the end of this quarter, we expect to see a force dedicated to predial larceny. This force will work with the existing apparatus in the divisions. It won't be a separate thing. It will work to coordinate and work with divisions to fortify the divisions to fight the scourge of predial larceny. So it is very important that the stakeholders help in making this a success.
JCSA seeks a meeting with the Finance Ministry to discuss outstanding compensation issues. The Jamaica Civil Service Association says it wants a meeting with the Finance Minister Favour Williams to discuss a number of outstanding issues affecting public sector workers. JCSA President Tesha Clark-Griffiths told the news that her members are dissatisfied with the settlement reached with the Finance Ministry under the compensation review.
We still have the issue of supervisors getting less than the persons they supervise. Those are still outstanding matters. We have persons who have been promoted, are appointed, and are getting less pay. Those are still outstanding matters. We have the public sector workers who have been, especially the auxiliary workers and drivers, etc. The circular relating to the tailoring allowance is still outstanding. We have not received it, even though we have signed our heads of agreement with the Ministry of Finance. We anticipate that come April, the public sector workers are eagerly waiting on their 3 increments to be paid, and so we're hoping that by the end of March 2025 we have concluded that aspect of the negotiations so that the persons can get their 3 increments paid to them. So we, specifically the Jamaica Civil Service Association, is looking forward to the discussions with our minister and the team at the Ministry of Finance so that we can get these issues addressed and do them expeditiously so that we don't have a long, drawn-out negotiating period.
Holness and the IC to face off October 13 in court over report on financials. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness and the Integrity Commission are set to face a trial in October over a report concerning his financial affairs. The trial date avoids a legal battle involving the head of government during the campaign for a general election due by September 3. The trial will begin on October 13 and last for 10 days, as outlined in the draft orders agreed upon by the parties involved during Tuesday's hearing. This lawsuit was filed by Holness and the 3 affiliated companies who are challenging the report of an IC's investigation into concerns that Holness may own assets disproportionate to his lawful income. In December, Holness and the companies were granted permission to file a judicial review claim against the Anti-Corruption Agency and 2 of its senior officials. They are also questioning the constitutionality of the 2017 Integrity Commission Act and a section of the Corruption Prevention Act related to illicit enrichment. The judicial review will be heard by 3 Supreme Court judges who will assess whether the Commission's investigation process was fair, though the court will not evaluate the merits of the investigation itself. Holness and the three connected companies, Imperium Investment Holdings Limited, which he owns, Positive Media Solutions Limited, and the Positive Jamaica Foundation Limited, were given 14 days to file his claim after receiving permission on December 6, and it was submitted on December 20. Justice Jarrett, who granted the permission, also confirmed the serving of the lawsuit on the Attorney General and ordered that an amended claim form should be filed by February 7, reflecting that the state is also being sued in the matter. The defendants, Craig Beresford, the IC's Director of Information and Complaints, Kevin Stevenson, the Director of Investigation, and the Commission, are to file their response to Holness's affidavit of evidence by March 7. Holness and the three companies are to file their response by March 21. The court has ordered standard disclosure by April 30 and the document inspection by May 7. Written submissions from both the sides are due between August and September 22, with a pretrial review scheduled for June 23. The court also rejected an application by the lawyers for Holness and the companies to change the number assigned to the judicial review claim so it could be different from the number assigned to the application for permission. The change could have extended the time available to appeal unfavorable decisions regarding the request for permission. On September 17, 2024, the IC tabled a 171-page investigation report in Parliament in which the Director of Investigation raised concerns about Holness's 2021 income and asset filings. Stevenson said he could not conclude on the question of illicit enrichment, highlighted unexplained financial discrepancies in Holness's 2021 income filings, and raised questions about tax compliance and the transactions of over $470 million involving the connected companies. The Commission said it could not certify the 2021 filings and referred the case to the Financial Investigations Division, citing Holness's failure to provide the expense details. However, Holness has denied any wrongdoing, claiming that the report is flawed and unfairly suggests unethical and criminal conduct by him and the affiliated companies. Holness has been permitted to seek orders to invalidate the two reports and to challenge the referral to the FID. Holness's legal team abandoned some of the orders that were initially being sought. The judge refused to give Holness permission to seek two of key orders, including one to force the Commission to certify his 2021 filings. The judge rejected an application by Holness's lawyers to appeal the decision. Holness and the companies are being represented by two King's Counsels, Ransford Braham and M. Georgia Gibson Henley, as well as Lamar Neal and Vashni Headlam. The IC and its officials are being represented by King's Counsel Michael Hilton, along with Kevin Powell, Sundiata Gibbs, and Annie Weasel. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.